Hi, this is Eric Robleski from the St. Joe River Valley Fly Fishers. Today I'm going to tie a fly called Pearl Core Caddis. It's a very effective salmon steelhead fly. I first saw this pattern a few years ago on the internet, and it was originated by a fly tyer from Michigan named Todd Diesel. It's a very simple pattern. It uses two materials, pearl core braid and chartreuse, and black peacock ice dubbing for the head. So it works very, as I said, it works very well for salmon steelhead. I've had very good success with it. So let's sit down and tie this thing. The hooks to use for this pattern is a size 10. It's either Dairiki 135 or Tiemco 2457. It's a curved shank caddis hook. You can either use 70 denier or 140 denier. I prefer to use the UTC thread. Lace flat. I've always used it since it came out. Works very well for me. All we're going to do is lay a base of thread on here right behind the eye and go back just a little ways to give a base of thread for the material to lay on. Okay, this is pearl core braid. It's just a round braid encased with like a netting, and as you can see, it really sparkles. It's a nice bright green. You have to trim it so the end is frayed a little bit. So what you're going to do is take your lighter and just kind of hit it with that and melt the end. That way the pattern won't unravel on you. Now we're going to go ahead and measure this. What I try to do is make the body as long as the bend of the hook in the vise. So right about there is the length that we want of the body. Let's switch hands. Trim that off. I'm going to lay it on top. Hook shank. And bind it down real well with the thread. And I usually go about that far because that's going to be the length of the head of the fly. Do a quick whip finish. Bind that down. Then I'll take a little crazy glue with the brush. Just give it a quick dab. Help bind that pearl core braid down. Now I'm going to take some peacock black ice dubbing. I use this peacock black quite a bit for my fly patterns. It's just a little bit darker than the standard peacock, and it still has that nice green iridescence. So we're just going to take some of that, dub it on loosely, and we're just going to wrap ahead. What I'll do is work towards the front, go back over itself, maybe add a little bit more. You don't want too bulky of a head, but then again you want enough bulk. This pattern usually has a nice distinctive head if you see the naturals in the water. And come to the front, do a whip finish. Trim the thread off. If you want, you can take a dubbing picker tool, kind of rough up the head a little bit. As you can see, you got that nice iridescent green for the body. Got that nice green, dark, sparkly body. It's kind of rough. If you see the pattern online, he adds some type of hackle, hen hackle or whatever for a collar behind the head. I've never done it that way. I've just tied it as you see here. It's always worked great for me. So I figure it's one less step. Fish don't seem to mind. They still hammer this fly, steelhead hammer it. I've had salmon literally jerked the rod out of my hand hitting this fly. So give it a try out there this spring for steelhead, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. Thank you.